What up YouTube? It's the Ways and I'm Tia and we're back with another video, and I wanted to bring a new kind of vibe to the channel, a weekly thing so I can get consistent, plus playing some of my old palettes. Maybe there's some palettes you have in your arsenal that you haven't played with in a little while, or they're new palettes that I've never played with and I just really want to start getting use out of my palettes. So we're doing what we call Way Back Wednesday. Okay, what's up? No, I'm just playing. Way Back Wednesday. Hey. So every Wednesday, hopefully I will be able to bring you a palette and do 2 to 3 looks on that palette, give you some swatches of the palette, and just get a vibe for what the palette is giving. And today we're gonna go ahead and showcase the Lorac Lux Diamond Palette. This is what she looks like. So if you want to see what this palette has to offer, give you my honest opinion on this palette, show you some different looks that you can get out of it and utilize this palette or even this color story if you don't have this palette, because I found a palette that I think looks almost exactly like it that I have already. But just see some swatches, get some inspiration, and just have fun with playing in our makeup that we have that's just sitting there. Then keep watching. But during the intro, okay, you already know the deal. Go ahead and give us a big thumbs up if you're feeling this channel. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not part of the fam. And if you are part of the fam, thank you so much for coming back. So go ahead and hit that notification bell so you can be updated when I upload new content on this channel. Now, Lego. So this is the first row in some natural light. I hope you can see the tones and the colors and the shimmer. And this is the last 2 rows of colors in this palette. Okay, so let's hop into this look. I do have one of my eyes primed with this primer. I'm going to go ahead and prime the other eye. It is by Alamar Cosmetics. It's called Pero Primo Primer. And this is what she looks like. And I'm going to take a little bit. I've already prepped my face. I've washed. I've moisturized. I have put on a primer. And I didn't do SPF because it's getting dark, but I usually would have. And then I did my brows with the Benefit Precisely Brow Pencil, and this is the number 5. Then I went ahead and concealed my brows at the bottom with the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. Nothing new there, in caramel. So this is a nice little tacky base that we're going to use and try out. Start off with the color Exclusive. It's like this brown shimmery shade. One thing I've been doing with my palettes too is keeping track. I seen a YouTuber do this. Keep track of how many times they use that palette. And so that way at the end of the year I can like bring you a, you know, ranking video, or just, you know, be able to really talk about the palettes that I use throughout the year. So yeah, this is a nice little tacky base. I'm just taking this color and patting it. This brush is very soft, this Moda. We're just gonna pat this where we want it. Gonna do like a little smoky situation. I really like the mattes in this palette. This color though does have a little bit of a shimmer to it, which you might have seen, might have not seen in the swatches. This base is very sticky, which is actually giving it very good pigment, but it's making it a little bit difficult for me to blend these out. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fluffier brush, and I don't want to blow it out too much. I just really want to blend it. And this is a Morphe M441 brush, and just blend that out into the crease. I'll take this a little bit more and kind of pat and blend. I think it was that brush with that primer. It was just, the brush was so soft. The primer is very tacky. So even after it set a minute, it was still really tacky. So that looks good. I have a little smoky moment going on. So then I'm going to take this color Rich, which is a silvery type situation. And this one kind of has a mauve effect to that dark color. Actually, let's blend a little bit more. Let's take Rich on a flat brush. I'm just using e.l.f. flat brush from their mint collection, and I'm just going to pat right over the lid and into the crease. Very smoky, but very quick and easy. These colors have like a diamond effect in them. Some of these shimmers, they have like 3 different shimmers in this palette, or different formulas, I should say. 3 or 4 actually. Let me see. Oh, 3 different textures, and I probably talked about them in the swatches. So yeah, I put one of these on One Day Extravagant, which is this color. If you can tell, it kind of has a different shift to it. Well, it looks like that, like it's gold with some pinky undertone. And when I put it on, I was like, you're not doing much for me. When I got into the sun, oh my goodness, it was just shine bright like a diamond. It was beautiful. Okay, I'm going to take the Moda brush right over the edges again, just a little bit. Then we're going to take another brush to blend this all out. I'll stay with the e.l.f. collection brush. And I'm just going to take the lightest color up here, like a bone shade, which is called Carrot. I'm just going to pop that in my highlight brow bone and blend it. So yes, we got a kind of a quick smoky eye. I'm going to work, but this could be going out on a date, a nice cool little event. If you just like to wear darker colors, smoky eye situation, it'd be a great thing. Let me even out the other eye. So this look was so fast and easy to do. I'm in love with this color Rich. I love that this palette, if I didn't mention it, goes from cool tones to warm tones to neutrals. Like, you get a pop of everything in this palette, which makes it so convenient. I love the mattes. Well, I love this color exclusive too, because it does have a shimmer, but it definitely performs like a matte. And I don't know, I just think that this is a good buy, a good little find. Okay, it fits in the palm of my hand. You get what, 20 shades? 20 shades. So very, very nice. I'm going to throw on some liner. I'm going to finish my face, and I'm going to come back and show you this look. Yes. So this is the final look on the first look using the Lorac Lux Diamond Palette. Yes, I love this look. I know it's a little spicy, a little dark, a little sultry, but I'm totally here for it. I love these hues that we used in Exclusive and Rich. They kind of had a little bit of a purple tone to them, which I'm absolutely feeling. I love me a good cool tone situation. Okay, I went ahead and finished up my look using this matte black caviar on the lash line. It performed amazing. I used this color Diamond, which is like a satiny, shimmery, cool tone champagne type color, and I use that as my inner corner highlight and just went underneath a little bit more. So that's how we finished up the eyes. Also, I used the Tarte's eyeliner, the dual-sided eyeliner. There's a pencil on one side and there's a liquid on the other. I went ahead and with the liquid eyeliner to give me a little bit of a wing. Okay, then I went ahead and set my brows with the Brow Glue by NYX, we went ahead and used the Essence Lash Princess Mascara, which is the False Lash Effect, the green one. Then I went ahead and for foundation, I used the Charlotte's Beautiful Skin foundation in the number 13. I went ahead and used my Charlotte Tilbury powder. I'll have it listed below, but it's in number 2. For underneath my eyes, I use the Becca Light Shifter Finishing Veil in number 4 just to set all over my face. I use the NYX Born to Glow Concealer in Golden. I've been loving this lately. Oldie but goodie. You already know I went in with a Plain and Makeup by Yolanda Blush Bloom palette, and I used a Chester for my blush. And then for my setting spray, I used the Maven Rose Water Setting Spray. Okay, and then for my lips, which I absolutely love, I went in with NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner, and this is in the color Brooklyn Throne. It's like a brown mauve color, kind of to match the eyes. And then I went in with the Sephora lip gloss. Oh my gosh, it's so missing, but I will have the name in the description, and I absolutely love this color. It's like a mauve purple as well, brownie purple mauve color, very shiny, very hydrating, and I absolutely love it. So I hope you like the first look. Yes, and I had fun playing with these colors, but let's get into look number 2. So let's get into the second look using the Lorac palette, the Lux Diamond Palette. Today I think I'm gonna go, this palette is so hard to choose from. Like, it's very, very neutral, okay? Don't get me wrong, but these mattes are so creamy. I'm having a hard time deciding what I want to do, but I think I'm going to go more with a bronzy look, give you something a little different that I really haven't, I don't think, brought onto this channel. I kind of wanted to get into the mauve tones, but I think I'm going to go more brown neutral. So I'm going to bring you a little closer. Okay, so I did bring you a little closer. I went ahead and primed, or did my eyebrows. My whole face is moisturized, primed, and all that good stuff. Like normal. I'm going to stick with the same products in each look. I will have everything that I use down below. We did my brows. I went ahead and primed my eyes again with this Alamar primer. This will be my second time using it. It is so sticky. I've never dealt with a primer this sticky, but I like the concept, so I'm trying to see how I can make it work for me. So I kind of think it should set a minute. All right, so but we don't have to, ain't nobody got time for that. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go into the color, I don't know what to do. Okay, we're gonna go into the color Grand, which is right here. It's like a brown neutral tone, kind of has a mauve effect to it. Actually, it kind of looks like the peach in my shirt, which is cool. So what I'm gonna do is first I'm just gonna lay this color down. I've noticed I'm using a more fluffy brush. This is a Playing in Makeup by Yolanda Y216 brush, and actually I think it's working really good with this shadow and this primer. So we're just laying this in our crease. Like I said, these looks are to be pretty simple and easy, but still look like, hey, we took time to do it. So that's that. And one thing about these Lorac palettes, though, they just blend like a butter. I love the mattes. Like, I can't even with the mattes. Like, to be real, these are probably like, from the palettes that I've used, by far one of the best matte formulas. Yes. Okay, so that color is laid down. We're done. Grand. Okay, the next color I'm going to do is, we're going to deepen it up just a little bit. And we're going to go, actually, we're going to go into Caviar, which is the black, which I know we did last time, but I really just want to give this a little depth. So I'm just going to take it on the edge here, along here, along my lash line. Just that one little piece right there. And then I'm going to bring it up into the crease just a tad bit. Not too much. This is a nice black. Like, I want it more defined in the corner and then just barely lifting into the crease. This is not what I had in mind, but I'm glad that I went a little different. And I'm just dragging that color along my lash line at like an angle. I like that kind of look for me, and it looks smoky, but we really just put it on the edge of the eye and blended it down. Oh, that caviar is the truth. Very good color. I can tell it's kind of catching the primer a little bit. That tacky primer. I don't know how I feel about it. I think I'm going to like it once I've played with it. Okay, there's that. I'm just going to switch to another brush real quick. This is just a small little Morphe brush. It's a very small. And I'm going to go into the color Fifth Avenue. Now this one here was Grand. This is Fifth Avenue. It's more mauve, which you would have seen in the swatches as well. But I'm just going to take that to kind of deepen our crease a little bit. From the black into that. If you see, there's kind of a little bit of a... I want this deeper right here. So I'm going to pat. Kind of just wiggle it in this crease area of my eye. Go back to the smaller brush with Fifth Avenue. And deepen this crease just a tad bit with a little bit of that mauve shade. Ooh, like I could totally do this. Put on some lashes or do your mascara and you're good, right? But we ain't gonna stop there. We're gonna go ahead and put a little shimmer into this look. So I think I want to go, there's two. I'm thinking either Radiant, which is more of a champagne pop type color, if you know about the highlighter Champagne Pop. So it's a little bit more white, pinky, or Ritzy, which is a little bit more coppery. So I'm so confused. Okay, we're gonna go with Ritzy. So I'm just gonna take eye shading brush from Lavish. It's a very small. I'm gonna coat my brush in this. I'm gonna coat my shadow in this. And see, I don't want any fallout. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spray. I know I don't have any makeup on, but just I really want it to not fall out, and I really want intense shimmer on the lid. And we're just gonna drop this on the lid. Going into here, not all the way over to the black. We kind of want to keep it black. Ooh, that's pretty. And I'm kind of patting, but then swiping a little. Going up into the crease a little bit. Pick up some more. I know this color is intense, so I'm going to lay it down, and then I'm going to go in with my finger. So I'm picking up a little bit more, spraying it. Any kind of spray that you have or water is fine. Setting spray, mist, whatever. And then kind of doing it as an angle over here to meet that black. Okay? Then I'm going to take my finger, and I'm just going to take Ritzy and press it to give it a little bit more oomph. I don't think this is one of the diamond shades, even though it's more poppy. I think the one we did in our last look is one of the diamond shades, but I can't really tell. So I'm just going to take the brush that had the black on it and just pat right here to kind of blend those together. Take a little bit more of Fifth Avenue in between these two colors as well to blend. The nice thing is everything in this palette can totally go together. Ooh, it's a pretty neutral little color. I'm going to pop Radiant, the color I wanted to use, on the lid. I'm going to put it as an inner corner highlight when I come back. But let me go ahead and even out this other eye, and then we'll wrap up this look. Yes, so I thoroughly enjoy doing this look. This is kind of what we're working with. I love this look. It's a very neutral, very classy like, very sultry like. I'm just gonna blend this a little bit. Very sultry like, and I am here for it. So let me finish the rest of my face and I will bring you the final look and my commentary on how I feel about this Lorac Pro palette, and if it's something that I think that you should spend your coins on or not. So I'll be right back. Yes, so this is the final look, my second look using the Lorac Lux Diamond Palette. I love the two looks that I came out with. This one I use the same products I used in the last video. For my blush, I went in with the Peach Blossom and Sienna in the Playing in Makeup by Yolando Blush A Bloom palette, just to bring out the peachy pinkiness in this look. And then for my lips, I went ahead and used this lip gloss by Alamar Cosmetics, since we used the Alamar Cosmetics primer, and this one is in Croqueta, and it's part of the Las Des Nude as line, and I am in love with this lip gloss. It's like a nudie peachy pink, like it's perfect with this look. I just love this lip gloss, period. Okay, so leave in the comments below which look you like the most. If you like the first look, go ahead and leave me a black heart in the comments. If you're feeling this look, go ahead and leave me a white heart in the comments. I think that's fitting. So let's just talk about this palette real quick and I will let you guys go. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and rate these palettes that I do on my Way Back Wednesday, okay, from a scale of 1 to 9 on what I think of the quality and the palette overall, color story, everything. For one, I think you get a great amount of colors in here. They look similar, but up close and what you've seen in the swatches, they all have different variances to them. For a neutral palette, I think the color story is awesome. I love that you get this matte black. I did not get to use this ruby color, but you know, if you know. I love the way that the mattes perform in this palette. I think getting 20 shades in this small little convenient situation is awesome, especially for like a travel. I think that all of these shadows performed very, very well for the ones that I have used so far. I love the color rich that we used. I think the shimmers, they have different dimensions to them. And like I said, once I get in the sun, I will probably see something extra with these shadows. Just so you know, I did use Radiant in my inner corner highlight. I think for the last look I used Diamond, and they're very similar. It's just one's more chunky and one's not as chunky. One thing with the mattes that I can kind of say is they do have a little kick up in the pan, but they're not, but you can see that they're opaque and they give off good color on your eyes, so I'm not too mad at that. So overall, I give this palette a 9, okay? I think it's great. The reason why I'm not really giving it a 10 is because I am a color type of person, but if I wanted to go neutral, or a neutral lover, you know, you love cool tones, it goes from cool tones to neutrals to warm tones, I think that this is a perfect palette. I do have 2 other Lorac palettes that I will bring you on my channel. They're minis though, so for this to be a bigger size palette, I definitely think it's a 1. Go get you one. So Thank you so much for watching this Way Back Wednesday. Throw up the W's. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up if you were feeling this vibe on the channel and this video. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you're gonna like going forward, because I think it's really interesting to be able to break down a palette and give you a couple different looks. If you have similar tones, you can recreate these looks, okay? And also, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're not part of the fam. What are you waiting for? And while you're subscribing, go ahead and hit that notification bell so you can be updated when I upload a new video. Yes, thank you guys so much for your time, and we will see you next time. Peace.